Today I'm gonna show you how to run Ubuntu directly from an USB stick and saving all the information and the processes that we are running. In case we want to move the stick in another machine, we're gonna have everything there. Installing OBS, installing Steam. Maybe we're gonna give it a try even with a game, but this laptop is very old. I think it has like 15 years, but we're gonna give it a try. After I'm gonna show you how to recover the data as the extensions that Ubuntu uses. If you plug in the stick straight in your computer, you're not gonna be able to access, so I'm gonna show you that one as well. And the best part is we're gonna do in a laptop that it doesn't even have a hard drive inside. Let's dive in. First thing that we're gonna need, it's a USB stick. Now the size of the USB stick depends on what you want to save or what games you want to play, and especially if you want to play more games, then you're gonna need a higher capacity stick. This one, it's a 64 gigabytes and is more than enough for what I want to show you. Next step, we're just gonna go on Google and write download Ubuntu. I chose Ubuntu as it's free, it's open source, so no headaches. Here we're just gonna go on download 24.04 LTS, and as you can see here, it's 6 gigabytes. So you're gonna need already like minimum 8 to 10 gigs, like the USB stick. So let's just click download, and it already started. While we are waiting Ubuntu to download, we're gonna go on Google and type download Rufus. This is the first link. Do not consent. I'm not interested in the commercials. Thank you. And Rufus already finished to download as the size is quite small. Now that we open the program, we can see that it already recognized the USB stick. A boot selection, we're gonna need to select the Ubuntu image that we downloaded earlier. And now the most important part is persistent partition size. What that means is that we're gonna allow to save all the information. So when you're gonna restart the machine, or if you're gonna take this USB and plug it in a different machine, you're gonna keep all the information there. You're not gonna lose nothing. We're not gonna go back to stock. Let's set it up at maximum. Now it depends on the size of your USB stick. Target system, we have BIOS or UEFI. That's very good, as BIOS is for the older computers, UEFI is for the newer models. Large FAT 32, perfect. And we can press start. Before you press start, remember, we're gonna format and you're gonna lose all the information. So in case you have something very important, just save it before. As I showed earlier, this laptop doesn't even have a hard drive. And yeah, it's a bit dirty, so I'm just gonna give it a good clean now before I'm gonna use it. It's showing us that it's no bootable device. Fair enough, I don't have a drive in it. I already showed you. What we need to do now, just plug the stick. We're gonna restart the computer and we're gonna go in the BIOS. Here we're gonna just select try or install Ubuntu. That's the first option, and press enter. And now we are just waiting for the process to begin. English, no. So the most important part is just put try. Now that we are in, I'm just gonna connect to the internet to have access to all the databases that we need to download and install. To enter in Ubuntu in terminal is Control Alt and T from Tango. First thing that we are interested to do on it is to install OBS so I can have screen capture. I'm gonna provide you the commands, I'm gonna put them on the screen, and as well I'm gonna have them in description, as some of them they are a bit of a headache, but don't worry, I'm gonna post them everywhere so everything is easy. First command will gonna be sudo space add-apt-repository obs-studio and enter. Don't worry, you don't need to remember these commands. Many times I forget them and I just look online. Here we're just gonna press enter as we want to continue the process. And this step is done. Next, let's type sudo apt update. So that we're gonna update everything. And now we're gonna have sudo apt install OBS studio. This is to install OBS. And enter. Do you want to continue? Yes. I'm just gonna rewind this process, so on my laptop probably we're gonna take like 20 minutes. It's not fun at all. It's a very old laptop, it has an i3 on it, so you can imagine. Now, to run it, we just type OBS and enter. We're gonna ask us for a password. I'm just gonna put 1234, as I'm just doing it as a test for you guys. And we have continue and apply settings. That's the resolution, is not the best quality. Now OBS is like same like on Windows, same setup. We're just gonna add a display capture and let's press start recording. That way we're gonna have better quality of the image. Next command, sudo add-apt-repository multiverse, enter, press enter or control C to cancel, enter. These commands are for Steam now, yeah? Next one is sudo apt update. I shouldn't do this one, but usually I do it every time. And now sudo apt install Steam. Yes, long process. We're gonna use the magic of cuts and we're gonna make it very short. Okay, and now let's type Steam to run. What we have here, install. Now it's updating the Steam, and my internet is not the best one, so we're gonna take a bit longer. Now we just need to log in, user and password, and here we just need to go in Steam settings, compatibility, and you have enabled Steam Play for supported titles. That for me it's already active, but in case you don't have it, just put it on, and enable Steam Play for all other titles. Again, put it on because you're using Ubuntu. I'm just trying to install a game now. I'm gonna go with Age of Empires 2. The only reason is because it's the smallest one. The rest of them probably they are more than 40-50 gigabytes. So we're gonna say until tomorrow. I'm just gonna download it and hopefully we're gonna work. I don't promise, but let's give it a try. Okay, play, and it failed. To be frank, I was thinking we're gonna fail. I was really hoping that it's working, but the laptop is too old, so it is what it is. But now we have two things running. Steam, and when I'm gonna reboot the system, you're gonna see it's still installed. The game is still installed because I'm not gonna uninstall it even if I can't play it, just to keep it as a test. And I'm not sure if you realized earlier, but I was using the video from OBS from Linux from the laptop. Now let's restart the laptop, and with a bit of magic, so we don't need to wait too long, we are back on. As you see on the right side, we have the Steam library and the game, everything is saved. Let's close this one, and if I take now the USB stick with Linux from the laptop and I'm gonna plug it in my desktop, will not gonna work. It will work, but I'm not gonna be able to take the recordings out. As you can see, we have Ubuntu. If I double click it, we're gonna open, but if I want, let's say, to take the video from OBS that I've done, let's see if we can get to it. Casper, and yes, I'm not gonna be able to extract it, and I'm not gonna be able even to see where it is exactly. In this point, what we need to do is download another app. The one that I use is called Disk Internal, and I'm gonna show you. Disk Internal Linux Reader. Right click, run as administrator. Yes, I do give permission. It's a free app, so you can just download it online. Now we can see all the extensions, including the one from the USB stick. And let's go, Linux extension. We go upper, and here, let's see, home, because there is where OBS is running, Ubuntu, and here you go our videos. Oh, sorry for the sound. And these are the videos. Now to extract them, we just right click, bloody hell the noise, right click, save files. Next, here we're just gonna select where we want to save them, data from Ubuntu, select folder, next, checked, and it copies the information from the stick straight in our folder. Finish, let's close it, yes. And this is the video that we are looking for. And with this, we're gonna also end the video.